What's up, my people? Welcome to the Mind Pursuit podcast, where we take a deep dive to understanding more about mental health. I'm your host, Masin Zuki, the Mind Advocate. We have been having a series around Do It Scared, and we are continuing with that series. We have another guest today. You're going to get to know her. Ooh, she's a force to reckon with. So just sit and enjoy this show. I am hosted at Mint at Mua. Check it out. It has a conference facility. It has a restaurant. Check it out. Come dine with us. It's a home away from home. If you're yet to subscribe, now is the time. Subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend, and share, like, comment. Thank you. So karibu sana.
Asante.
Yeah. So you can introduce yourself to us.
My name is Susan, or Susie Kahema, well known as Lalo, and also as Slalo, as you call me. Yeah, that's who I am.
Yeah.
I look at myself as a very happy person.
Oh, wow.
I look at the positive side of life,
Yeah.
but becoming aware that life can also have a negative side of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I cannot conclude my introduction without saying I'm a daughter of Gabriel and Gertrude Kahema.
Oh,
that's very important to me.
Would you want to share? Why does it what makes it so important for you?
I just find it funny that my mom and my dad they have the same initials.
Oh, wow.
My dad is late, but my mom and my dad, both of them were GK.
Yeah.
So for me, that's a major highlight.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
What a coincidence.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
Exactly.
Thank you for sharing that. In one word, how are you feeling?
The feeling right now is calmness.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, calmness and quietness.
Oh,
that is how I'm feeling.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing, and thank you for coming to the Mind Pursuit podcast. Here we always start with what's your Jesus Whisper moment? Jesus Whisper moment is, what is it that God has been talking to you about during this season of your life?
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm a Christian.
Yes.
For me, that's very important as well.
Yeah.
And my Jesus moment now is Jesus has been reminding me of his love.
Oh, wow.
That Susan, you're loved.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that has been continually in my mind and in my heart, that you're loved.
Yeah.
But the other thing, in this season that I'm in, God has been speaking to me about the life of Joseph.
Okay.
More on the strategy that Joseph had to use to become who he was. He ended becoming. But again, during last week, it turned around again. God is speaking to me through Nehemiah.
Oh, wow.
And he's teaching me about, Nehemiah was very strong in rebuilding the walls of Jerusalem.
Yes.
So I'm learning about strategy again. And this is very key because of my future and my purpose of what I'm doing already. That he's telling me to be very strategic.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's my Jesus moment.
Oh, thank you for sharing that. I hope the viewers are blessed by that. Wow. So now, tell us about your childhood journey. How was it? And you can start from anywhere.
Yeah. My childhood moments, I have, let me just say, I grew up, I'm the sixth born in a family of 7.
Okay.
But one thing that stood out for me is I was the last born for 6 years.
Yes.
So when I used to introduce myself as Susan Lalo Kahema, last born. Yes. So when my baby sister came, I used to wonder how come I'm not the last born anymore?
Yeah.
That for me stood out a lot.
Okay.
And now as adults, we keep saying we have switched. Okay. Now I'm the last born and she's the sixth born.
Wow.
Yeah, it's just something funny, but we just decided that way. I grew up in Juja. My father worked in one of the sisal factories. So I went to the nearest primary school.
Yeah.
It was a community school.
Yes.
All of us went there.
Yeah.
We went home for lunch.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that was significant as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, we used to run home for lunch and go back to class.
Yeah.
I grew up as a happy child.
Oh, wow.
But my sister kept telling me, one of our second-born sister tells me that I carried my bottle, my milk bottle, to school and take class 1.
Yes.
I used to go with my milk bottle.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and children used to laugh at me. But one of the best memories I have, especially about my dad, as I said, my father is late. One day, I think I was in class 5 or class 4, my dad called me and told me to use a back door where we used to stay. And he took me to Nairobi. He told me to take a soda. He bought me soda and samosa. And then he told me, don't eat the samosa. After he had done one bite, he told me, don't eat the samosa. Samosa is not good. And I thought, sincerely, how can he tell me not to eat a samosa? That day it was a delicacy. It was for the rich people. But the highlight is he called me out from all my siblings and brought me to Nairobi. He had come to work. So I had time with my dad that day. That was a major highlight. The other highlight that I had is when I passed class 8, my dad and my mom celebrated me. They celebrated me. I still remember today. My dad kept saying, oh, that is my child. That is a child of an engineer. Yeah. And but of course, there are other experiences that were not very good. My dad struggled with alcoholism. So it wasn't easy for us just going through being raised by a father struggling with alcoholism. There are moments of crying, there are moments of lack. But again, I keep saying, and I tell it publicly to everyone, even if he struggled with alcoholism, he was my dad. And he educated me. Not just me, all of us. He educated his children. And he gave us a surname, which I'm very proud of.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
What would you tell anyone who's watching us and maybe their dad is struggling with alcoholism?
Don't give up on your dad. Alcoholism is a disease. Don't give up on him. And don't allow people to label you that child of an alcoholic, because that's what we grew up being labeled. You know, local primary schools, people used to laugh at me and tell you, oh, your father drinks a lot. Your father, you know, he's a drunk of the community. And he was an engineer. So don't give up on him. And be patient in his journey of recovery. And some may never recover. But again, becoming aware that you could also struggle with alcoholism because of the genetic part of alcoholism. So that for me was very key, that I'm constantly aware, even now, I'm constantly aware that because I come from a lineage of alcoholics, chances of me becoming an alcoholic addict are very, very high.
And that's why you talk about the genetic aspect of it, to anyone who's hearing it for the first time. So you're exposed.
I'm exposed. I'm exposed.
Which means you stand will you say a better chance, like to actually get into alcoholism, compared to somebody who is not coming from a family where there's anyone who is struggling, has ever struggled with alcoholism.
Exactly. We actually say that I am predisposed to alcoholism and other drug addictions.
Wow. Thank you so much. Thank you for sharing also about your class 8, and you talked about fasting, and you remember that as well. Tell us more about your childhood.
Apart from that, I'm just a child who played with other children. In my community, every person spoke Kikuyu, except us. My father was very strict on language. He taught us English and Swahili only. But it was a community whereby the Luos, the Luyas, every person just spoke Kikuyu, because most of people are Kikuyus, which was okay. And we really love it to date. Other significant thing I remember about my childhood is playing with my siblings. Yes, I remember that very, very well. Very well. That I used to, I think, looking back now, I might have been a favorite of my siblings.
Oh, wow.
Because I can clearly say with our firstborn, she used to tag me along when she's going somewhere. in Nairobi, or she's going to meet her boyfriend.
Wow.
You know?
What was going through your mind?
I didn't know what was going on. It was just, let's go. And you know, because I was a child, you just follow suit. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
My second born sister.
Yeah.
We were just there. I can pick. I was engraved in their lives.
Yeah.
I can tell you about my brother. My brother used to be, I had only one brother. He's also late. He used to be the strict brother. Yeah. So when I used to go for preps at night, we used to come home, shower, and then you go back to school.
Yeah.
So he used to walk me to school.
Oh, wow.
So for me, I knew it was protection from the other boys, or protection from anything.
Yes.
But looking back now as an adult, he protected me from boys, especially. He protected me. I never used to know how to cross the road. To date, I still struggle crossing the road. So my brother taught me how to cross the road. So he stood in as a protector. Remember, because my father was struggling with alcoholism, my brother came in strong. Yeah, he came in very strong. Yeah.
Would you say he was a parentified child?
Not really. Actually, I was a parentified child.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Because remember, my younger sister came in a bit later.
Yes.
And I lost a bit of time because I used to come from school and I'm told, sit with her, play with her, carry her.
Yes.
Yeah. And then 6 years later, after my sister, my nieces came. Yeah, my two sisters gave birth earlier, so my two nieces came.
Yes.
So I came in just to, after I'm carrying my sister, I'm playing with my sister, now my nieces come in.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow, thank you for that.
Yeah.
How was your high school life?
Oh, I loved high school.
What did you love about high school?
I loved high school. First of all, remember I said I passed class 8,
yes, you
and
did.
That was a highlight.
Yeah.
I still remember my dad. He's the one who went to school to get my results. So he was just telling people, my child, you know me, I'm an engineer. I'm just an engineer, Peter Mtiani.
No other way. But don't you say.
So, and he kept saying, mtoto wangu anaenda Alliance. You know, those days Alliance was the school.
Yeah.
So I was called to Moi Forces Academy, Lanet. And my cousin was in Moi Forces Academy, Nairobi. So he was able to tell us, oh, that's a very good school.
Yeah.
And amongst my siblings, except the younger sister, I'm now saying I'm the ones who are ahead of me. I'm the only one who was taken to school by my mom and my dad. And we went by public transport from Thika.
Oh, wow.
Although they took me so early, we were there by 6 a.m.
Wow.
But my dad was there.
Yes.
And my mom.
Yeah.
That was a highlight.
Oh, wow.
First of all, I was very proud because I went to a nice school.
Yes.
Yeah. What do I remember about high school? The strictness that I still have to date. The making the bed with an envelope corner. Yeah, that one I still have to date. Now we call it obsessive compulsive disorder.
Yes.
Then it wasn't compulsive disorder, it was strictness. After you finish eating, put in back your seat, carry your plate, go to the kitchen, wash it. Something I still have to date.
Oh, wow.
And I keep asking my nephews when they visit, why are you leaving the plate on the table? Carry it, take it to the kitchen, even if you're not going to wash it.
Oh, wow.
So if I go to a restaurant, you'll find myself, I'll find myself, when I wake up, I want to pull the chair back. Although I might not carry the plate because again, I'm in a restaurant.
Yes.
Yeah. And then I was also raised in a Christian family. That's actually one of my highlights. Being raised in a Christian family. Going for the classes. I was baptized as a child.
Yes.
So going for classes for First Holy Communion. And, you know, it was not, will you go?
Yeah.
It is wake up and go for class.
No other way.
No other way. So we went for the classes. I received my Holy Communion. I was also confirmed as a child.
Yes.
And my confirmation name is Irene.
Why am I hearing that for the first time in this podcast?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
You mean you're called Irene?
I'm called Irene.
Slalo. Clearly, human beings are complex creatures.
Exactly. Yeah, so those are the things that I remember very well. Yeah, we had a mwalimu for Sunday school. He was called Mwalimu James. So in my family and the people around us, do you know, for the classes,
yes,
we never used to go only Catholics. We used to go even Anglicans, PCA people. We all, if we are going on Saturday, all the children will go for the Catholic Sunday school. The classes, they used to happen on Saturday.
Wow.
And
was
then
it a struggle for the PCA?
No,
it
was so normal. I used to go for classes for the Anglican and PCA. I could recite the Lord's Prayer.
Yes.
Very, very well in Kikuyu.
Oh, wow.
Even Bible verses. It's only that I forgot.
Yeah.
And those ones I learned in the Anglican community.
Oh, wow.
But what I wanted to say for our family and the children around us, when we recite the Catholic verses or something, we have a way of reciting them. And it's because of the teacher who taught us. You know, used to, like when he's saying Hail Mary, it's like he's singing Hail Mary. Like our Lord's Prayer. You know, it's like a beautiful song. So later, now as a child and as an adult, I think he was using a song, teaching us as a song so that we don't forget. You know, you can't forget a song. You can't.
Music is powerful.
Very powerful.
Very powerful.
Yeah. So that's who I am. Was I a cheeky child?
Yeah.
I was, especially in high school. My high school people forgive me, but there's a time we went for drama festivals or something, and there were a few girls who were seated where they were not supposed to sit.
Yes.
And people wrote names and they took them to the headmistress.
Yeah.
And the headmistress read and saw my name.
Yes.
And she said, Susan Kaima cannot be in this list.
You guys.
Wow. Behind the scene, I was a cheering.
What?
And I'm thinking, my mother is innocent. And I think even my mom to date, if you tell her I've done something, she can't believe it.
How?
Yeah.
Slalo, of all people.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's my childhood.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, in a nutshell.
In a nutshell. Thank you so much for sharing that. I'm wondering, what is it that you can pick from your childhood that has made you who you are today?
Patience.
Okay.
Resilience.
Okay.
My dad taught us to be patient. Yeah.
Is there one thing that you can pick that made you be patient?
He used to tell us, if you feel you're looking for something and you're not getting it, the sun will rise, the sun will still go down. That you still have the day. If you don't get it today, you're still assured the sun will rise tomorrow and the sun will go down. So just be patient. Yeah. If God has assured you of tomorrow, the sun will still go up and will still go down. So there's still time for you to be patient.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
My mom taught me resilience. My mom is a very resilient woman. Yeah. To date, I still go home and draw wisdom from my mom.
Oh, wow.
I was home over the weekend. Yes. And I asked her, how did you make it?
Yes.
And she told me, planning.
Oh, wow.
And not giving up.
Yes.
When life doesn't work the way you want it to work, don't give up.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what does she do to ensure that she doesn't give up?
Pushing on. Pushing on. And a comeback. Yeah. Yeah. Marriages want to fail, pick up yourself. Yes. Yeah. Today she still tells me, pick up yourself, pick up yourself. There's always a comeback. And of course, God.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow, that's so profound.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So we can see how we are a sum total of our childhood experiences. Who we are today, you will realize it's because of the conditioning or what happened in our childhood. So if you're hearing us, feel free to put on the comment section what has inspired you in this particular episode. And remember, if you're watching us and you're a parent, you're a caregiver, whatever, however you behave, when your children are there, they are able to soak in. I say that mental health gets inherited in silence. It does not skip any generation. It gets inherited in silence. So remember to just show up more for yourself as a parent so that you can be able to equally show up for your child. And if you're an individual watching this, remember that childhood experience have contributed to who you are today. So maybe as you post on the comment section below, what are the childhood experiences that have shaped you? What is that one thing that you are able to pick from your childhood experience or your childhood journey that has made you who you are today? It can be positive or it can be negative, but we are actually acknowledging first, because that's where the journey begins. The journey of mental wellness. You acknowledge where you are at in the here and now. So feel free to share, and I will really be happy when you do that. So perhaps you can tell us what's that one thing you can tell a parent as we close this episode. One thing that you can tell a parent even as they raising their children.
My highlight, thanks for asking me that question.
Yes.
My highlight for the parent, because I am a parent, is if you're struggling with, in one way or another, either with a health condition or with an addiction or with life challenges. For example, you have to work extra hard to provide for your children. My advice is be present. Try to be present. Yeah, I know parents say, I'm working hard so that my children can go to better schools. I'm working hard so my children can live better than I lived. Yes, you're working hard, you're providing a better life for your children, but are you present? Be present. I know right now our presence has been taken away from the phone, by phones, by... You see some parents are working, one parent is working outside the country, the other one is working in the country, or one parent is actually working in Nairobi, the other one is working in the village or staying in the village. When the children are there, be present. Why am I saying this? And remember I said my father struggled with alcoholism.
Yes.
Can you imagine when he was not drunk? He was present. He checked our homework.
Yes.
He encouraged us to be better.
Okay.
But even when he was unwell, maybe he was under the influence, he was there. He was a happy person. One thing I've also remembered, he used to take me to take me to where he used to drink.
Yes.
And used to tell the people, his friends, my daughter can, let me say it in Swahili, it comes out better. Mtoto wangu anaongea Kiswahili sanifu sana. Na atawasomea shairi.
Like he was coming from another tribe.
And you remember my dad, because you remember I said I might have been his favorite.
Yes.
I used to say shairi.
What will that do for you? Like,
platform, my friend. It's a platform. I used to recite shairi.
Yes.
But can you remember I'm reciting shairi to people who are high? So the many sodas I have drunk in this life. Because his friends, you know, he's showing off to people. His friends used to say, "Patia mtoto wa Gabriel soda." Me, I'm just drinking sodas. And then that shairi of Mugeni kumjongea. That one, I knew it word for word.
Yes.
But imagine looking back. My dad taught me public speaking.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Such
awesome. I have no problem speaking in public. No.
And you're a good trainer. I know we'll come to that.
I have no problem speaking in public.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Because of that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Affirmations.
And giving me the platform.
Yes.
And offering the opportunity.
Yes.
Yes.
Oof.
Yes.
That's so profound.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing. Oh, I didn't want to end this episode here. It's amazing. See you on the next episode. Feel free to comment, subscribe, share, tell a friend to tell a friend, and come back for next week. Another episode that is going to give you more gems. See you. Bye-bye.
Bye.